guys, it is Alan Dixon, and I just want to introduce myself. I'm a real estate broker, investor, and developer here in Nashville. I remember growing up and all of my family were builders. All of my dad's side were builders, all of my mom's side were masons. So literally since I was 10, 12, 13 years old, I would spend the summers out there cleaning up, learning a little bit at a time. And my uncle always had this philosophy where you wasn't a builder until you could fire anybody on the crew and finish their job. And so me and my brother really took that to heart and really dove into every aspect of building homes from literally the ground up. And right out of high school, I started building homes with the family. Kind of really got into that pretty deeply until 2008 hit. And then when 2008 hit, we were doing very, very little. And I remember sitting down with my brother and we said, if we're gonna starve, we can starve on our own. So we actually launched our own our building company, and really did everything we could to just get it off the ground. We built during the day, we worked at a factory at night, whatever it took to really just start growing that business. And it did, it grew. And we spent the next year and a half, 2 years building and growing that clientele. And I remember there was a moment where I knew deep down, like, I needed a change, right? I needed to shift something. So I went to him and I told him that I was looking to move on. So I sold him my half of the business and moved out to Mount Juliet. It was really spur of the moment. We'd really thought about it, contemplated it, but I just knew one Sunday morning, today is the day that we're going out, and we're just going to figure it out. So I moved and slowly transitioned the building homes out of the way and took a sales job. And I remember even with the sales job, it was this very entry level, setting up appointments for other sales guys. Like that was how low it was. And I was there at that pest control company selling, and I did really well. I was number one all 4 years, and I actually loved the company to this day. But I knew there was a point in which I knew that I needed something else. I needed something a little more challenging. And as I stepped back and I started thinking, like, what do I like to do? I knew real estate, I knew building homes, and I knew sales now, and I had that skill. So I decided, let's sell real estate. And I remember the biggest thing that I learned through that sales process is how important it is to create an amazing experience for your clients. And it was really me buying our first house, my wife and I's first house, that I kind of stepped back and I said, there's got to be a better way to do this. And I felt like I could create a better experience through that whole thing. So I got my real estate license, did it part-time for 6 months. And I remember August 1st, 2015, Lauren and I sit down and talked and said, if we're ever going to do this, now's the time. So we launched full-time August 1st and didn't look back. And those first 6 months was, even really 6 to 9 months, were really tough. Really building it, and deals falling through, and trying to figure out how to build a clientele. I remember a deal where I was hanging drywall to make the deal close, right? Building decks and hanging drywall, whatever we could, driving for Amazon just to pay the bills. And then slowly it started taking traction, and we, every day putting in the work, trying to create that experience. And slowly over time it started building. And I went to another company and decided I poured all that extra commission that I was saving into building a team. Because from the beginning, I always knew I wanted to start a company, right? And so I took that team, and 9 months of really grueling pouring it in there, pouring into the team, we ended up launching Dixon Group Realty. And that was a really fascinating and turning point in my life, where we really started building it, and I started asking myself, like, who am I? What am I doing? What do I love? And we spent 18 months building the company. And the last 6, I started getting recruited by a really great company here in Nashville. And at first I was like, thank you, but no thanks. But as I started looking and realizing that client experience was being taken away because I had to do accounting and other things that I didn't want to do and I didn't enjoy doing. And I knew that being able to go to this really great company was going to allow me to pour into my customers and pour into my clients even more. And that is the aspect of the business that I love. And it's creating that experience. And so as of January 1st, 2020, we launched full time. And now that we have everything going on, it's proved to be one of the best decisions we've ever made. And we've really started diving down and getting into the investing side of it and buying, and now we flip houses and we're buying investment properties. And recently we just bought our first development property where we're going to take it from the ground up and hopefully develop multiple units out of the same space. That's what I love. I love taking something from nothing and asking the question, like, how do we improve someone's life by doing this? And real estate, whether it's buying and selling or it's investing or it's developing and creating community, like, that is the aspect that you're directly impacting lives.